Hi guys, I'm Polka Dot Pigeon. Welcome back to my channel. Today I felt like wearing glasses. I just really like how I look with glasses on. These don't have lenses because I don't actually need to wear glasses, but I love them. I did my makeup. Let me get closer. Cute. The glasses kind of covered up, but I don't care. Gorgeous. Anyways, if it wasn't obvious enough by the title of this video, today I'm going to be showing you what's inside my bag. I filmed this video like almost 2 years ago now, and I went back and rewatched it and realized that not a lot has changed within my bag. But I have a lot of new subscribers since I posted that last video, so I thought why not, it's worth it to just make another one. And I have added a few new things, and my bag itself is entirely different, and honestly I just love a good old what's in my bag video. I really do like them, and I've once again been thrown into the what's in my bag video rabbit hole of YouTube. And I've been watching them pretty consistently for the past like week and a half, and it's just made me want to make another one. So that's what I'm doing today. That was such a long intro to explain such a simple task. But yeah, let's just get right into it, shall we? Obviously, I'm gonna start off with what my bag looks like. I just recently switched bags, actually. I was carrying just a plain old black messenger bag, I think from Payless, like many years ago, but I thrifted it. I was carrying that bag for like a year straight. And I just recently thrifted this one. I'm sure some of you have seen it because I just showed it in one of my most recent videos. But it's this bag with these tulips on it, and then it has this green pleather. I love this bag. It's huge, it holds a lot, and I like that it's so different than my last bag. It's like so colorful and such like a statement. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like a brand tag. The button says Guang Tong on it, but I know sometimes buttons say different things than what the actual brand is. That's what it looks like if you want to like screenshot it and put it in reverse image search on Google or whatever. I have a few keychains on this bag, a lot less compared to my last what's in my bag video. I had like 45 things on my bag. I've simplified it. Don't mind my sweatpants. I just have this little bread squishy, which I did have in my last bag. I love this thing. It used to smell so good, but I've had it for so long that it's just lost its scent. I got this from Daiso. Super cute. And then I have a little polka dot charm because I am in fact polka dot pigeon. And then I added this little feather hair extension that I got in LA. Unfortunately, the clip that came with it was like broken when I bought it, so I couldn't actually use it in my hair. So I attached it to my bag, and I think it complements all the colors on the bag very well. I thrifted this bag in like perfect condition, and then when I got home I washed it because it was from a thrift store, but my washer ripped a hole in the side of it. So it does have its little flaws, but I mean, a very tiny hole. I don't know if you can tell. It's like an inch long. I can fix it eventually when it becomes a bigger issue, but for now, it's fine. But now that you've seen the outside of my bag and have witnessed its beauty and its glory, I'm going to delve into the contents inside of it. This bag has this cool strap across it that buttons to, you know, keep it closed. And then it also has the button, you know, the standard button. You know what I'm talking about, but I like that feature because it changes the whole shape of the bag on the outside as well. So when you first look into my bag, this is what you see. I'm gonna start with the little inner pockets. So there's this one, and then there's two more on this side. Okay, inside the little zipper pocket, I carry some little anxiety remedies, I guess you could call them. I think I showed all three of these in my last what's in my bag video. I'm probably gonna mention that I have shown a lot of this before, so be warned. Sorry if I do, I just feel like I have to for some reason. First up, we have this Old Boss inhaler. It's an aromatherapy blend. I think this is mainly used for like blocked sinuses, but I use it to sniff when I'm feeling anxious. It's a very strong like menthol smell, kind of like Vicks, but it smells like a little bit sweeter than Vicks, if that makes sense. My boyfriend actually washed it on accident because he was carrying it in his pants pocket. Because, fun fact, I don't carry my bag into like every establishment I go into, just because sometimes when I have things like around my neck and on my shoulders, it makes me like freak out and I don't know why. So a lot of the times if I go into a thrift store, my boyfriend will just carry like my phone and my wallet and this in his pockets because he has massive pockets. And he'll just carry that stuff for me. And I think this particular day he was carrying this for me because we went out to eat with my dad, and I hate eating out at restaurants. I do not like it. I've mentioned it before. It freaks me out. So I was like, can you please carry this for me? So he carried it, and then the dinner was fine, whatever. We got home, and I totally forgot about my beautiful anxiety stick. It was still in his pockets. Didn't even realize it. Then he did laundry the next day and then ran this thing through the washing machine, and the little like menthol puff thing that's in it came out of it. So it's actually missing one of its components, but the smell is still like, you know, stuck in the plastic, if that makes sense. So it still works, and honestly, I could just buy a new one. They're like $7. I just am cheap at the moment and I don't want to. Anyways, that was a really long story, but yeah. All Boss inhaler stick. I love this thing. I've been using them for like 3 years. Next, we have an essential oil mixture that my mom made me. I don't know what kind of essential oils are in it. It's a roller ball. It's in this really pretty cobalt container. I think there's peppermint in this. It smells really sweet. Yeah, I don't know, but it's a mixture she made me. And the next thing is another essential oil thing. My mom also gave me this one. She didn't make this one, but she gave it to me. It's by Young Living. It's the Peace and Calming essential oil blend. And this one kind of smells like citrusy. Yeah, this one's a roller ball as well. What's in this? Tangerine peel oil, orange peel oil, ylang ylang, I have no idea how to say that, patchouli, blue tansy, and a ton of other stuff. I use this when I want to feel like grounded and just calm, and then these two I use when I'm like absolutely freaking out, because they kind of like shock your senses, and it kind of just gets your mind off the anxiety, at least for a little bit. And I don't know why, but like smelling things helps my anxiety the most out of like anything I've tried. Like I've tried the sour candy thing, I've tried the, I forget what it's called, like the vagus nerve tapping or whatever. I've tried humming. This kind of helps, but I don't know if it's a placebo. I'm not really sure. But smelling things has always seemed to help me the most. I don't know the science behind it, but it helps. Also, Vicks helps me if I don't have access to these things, but there's like Vicks around. I'll smell Vicks. Anyways, the last thing I keep in this little zipper pocket is this little letter that my boyfriend gave me. It's very dirty. I don't know if you can tell. It's like covered in dirt and ink stains. He wrote this to me a very long time ago, and I just keep it in my purse because I want my Ricky to be with me at all times. So it stays in my bag. Okay, moving on to these like little pockets on this side. I have another anxiety smelling thing, and that is a bottle of isopropyl alcohol. And I sniff this when none of the other things are helping. This works the best, and I could just go straight in sniffing this thing. I sound crazy just saying sniffing over and over again. But I don't know, sometimes I like get scared that if I smell it too much, I'm gonna like, you know, destroy my brain cells. You know that thing when you like sniff Sharpies and apparently it like kills your brain cells or whatever? I don't know if that's the case with isopropyl alcohol, so I just use this sparingly. And I just keep it in an old setting spray bottle, and if I need to use it, I don't like spray it in the air and then smell the air. I just open the bottle and literally just like smell it. Like I stick my nose like in this thing and smell it. And if you didn't know, isopropyl alcohol actually helps relieve nausea for some people. For me, that is the case. So if I feel nauseous due to my anxiety, I will smell this, and that could also be a placebo, I don't know, but I want to say like 80% of the time it makes me feel slightly better, so I always keep it with me. And then right next to the isopropyl alcohol, I keep my handy dandy hand sanitizer. This is just your standard Purell hand sanitizer. If I'm leaving the house, like I have to have hand sanitizer. I have like a big container of it in my car, and then obviously this one in my bag. If I go into a store and then I'm like, you know, doing my thing in the store, I get back in my car, it's like I can feel all the germs on my hands. And it like makes me want to rip my skin off. So I use hand sanitizer to combat that feeling, even though I know hand sanitizer doesn't kill everything. It just helps ease my mind a little bit. I don't know why I'm over explaining why I have hand sanitizer. Everybody knows why people carry hand sanitizer. In the next pocket, I carry a little hand lotion. This is the Hemp's Sweet Pineapple and Honey Melon. This stuff smells so good. That's what it looks like. Beautiful. It smells delicious. Sometimes I leave the house and I forget to put perfume on, but if I have this in my bag, I'll just put this on because it is like so fragrant, it smells so good. And then the last item in these little pockets is another setting spray bottle, except this one is just filled with plain old water. And I keep a spray bottle full of water with me because if my hair is looking crazy, I can just spray this in my hair and, you know, fix it up. And if I feel like my makeup needs to like look refreshed or my face is feeling dry, I'll just spray water on my face. I feel like it looks better than if I were to spray it with setting spray. And then another reason I keep water with me is when it gets really hot, sometimes it makes me freak out and it makes me feel literally insane. So I'll just spray this like literally all over myself and, you know, fan myself off, and it helps me. And that's just how it is. And that's all for the little pockets. Now we're moving on to the big pocket. I kind of just like throw everything into here. It's organized chaos. I'm just gonna grab in no particular order. First thing I'm grabbing is a stick of deodorant. This is Old Spice in the scent Fresh. It's honestly like completely empty, but I can get some out of it, so it's staying in my bag for now. I don't recommend this deodorant though. It kind of just smells like powder. It's like fragrant powder, and I don't think it works very well, but I think I bought it because it was like the cheapest at the store. I like Degree deodorant. It's like Degree Sport or something like that, and it's like the men's kind. I don't use women's deodorant because I feel like it wears off really easily on me and starts smelling like sweet for some reason, and I think that's just like my pH messing with it. I don't know. But yeah, you gotta make sure you have deodorant on you because you don't want to be stinking. Or maybe you do want to be stinking. That's your choice, and who am I to tell you what to do? Next up is a pack of gum. This is Extra in the flavor peppermint. My favorite flavor by Extra is Polar Ice, but honestly I like pretty much any like minty gum. I just love minty gum. I also like the Wrigley's Big Red. Is that what it is? The cinnamon one? Cinnamon spicy one? I don't know. I like that one as well. Because my dad used to chew it all the time when I was a kid. And I remember I thought he was like so tough and resilient for being able to chew that gum, because when I was little I thought it was like the spiciest thing ever, and now like that I have a developed palate or whatever, I'm like, this is not spicy at all. What in the world was I on when I was like 9 years old? Next up is a Ziploc bag full of plastic like grocery store bags. I think there's 3 shoved into this Ziploc bag. I keep these for various reasons. I don't really want to explain it because it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm spilling all my secrets in this video, so I guess I will. I have emetophobia, which is the fear of throwing up or just like throw up in general, and for some reason it eases my mind to carry around plastic bags with me just in case I need to throw up or someone around me needs to throw up, you know? I'd rather have a bag to throw up than like, you know, throw up on myself or someone else or anywhere besides the bag. I don't even like talking about it because like it freaks me out so much, but it lessens my anxiety being out in public and being out of my house knowing that I have these bags. And then another reason I carry these is because I have a fear of like pooping my pants. I don't know what it is, but like especially like on long car rides, I get like these intrusive thoughts of like, oh, what if we're on this long stretch of road that has like no bathroom access or anything, and like what if I have to go to the bathroom so bad and I can't hold it? Like what am I gonna do? So like I could like poop in the bag, I don't know, or you could literally just like pull over and like poop on the side of the road. But like what if we're like on a highway, you know, has the barricades on each side? I don't know, you guys. You just have to be in my brain to understand the way I think, but I'm so embarrassed to be explaining this, but whatever. So I keep plastic bags with me inside of my purse. And then kind of going along with that, I keep a pretty hefty stack of paper towels. It's actually not that hefty, but yeah, I keep paper towels with me because like if I need to wipe myself or whatever. And also my nose runs a lot, especially in the summer, and it's not allergies. I think it's like, I don't know what it is. It's just like my nose will just like leak. And sometimes I won't even feel it until it like drips off of my septum like onto my lip, which is kind of disgusting, but yeah, it's handy to have some paper towels in my purse so I can wipe my very leaky nose. Next thing, we have this little coin backpack purse thing. This is from Victoria's Secret, but my boyfriend's mom actually gave it to me. It's a keychain, so I could hook it to the outside of my purse if I wanted to, but I just throw it into the big pocket. And in here, I carry receipts that get me 50% off of my purchase at my local thrift stores. Because if you spend a specific amount of money, you get 50% off on Sundays. So I keep those receipts because they stamp the back of them. And then I keep some change in here. I'm rich, as you can see. There's like 2 quarters in my hand. And then I also keep some dollar bills or like physical cash I'll keep in here because I don't like putting cash in my wallet because it gets like too bulky and I'd rather it just be separate. I don't know. It belongs in my little mini backpack. I guess I'll pull out my wallet next. I have the same wallet as I did in my last what's in my bag video, and I'm probably gonna have this wallet until it absolutely falls apart and like cannot be used and is like beyond repair. This thing is like 11 or 12 years old and I thrifted it. It's a little Vera Bradley wallet. You can see it is very worn. I thrifted it in like brand new condition and it has been well loved. And it's really dirty, but I refuse to wash it because I feel like that's like washing away memories in a way. I just can't get myself to put it in the washing machine. It holds my driver's license, my ID, my credit cards, and then there's like some smoothie place punch cards up there. I also have another Lucky Charm type of item. This is my lucky $1 bill. The story behind this dollar is me and my boyfriend on our first date, we went to Dunkin' and we went through the drive-thru and I got change back, and this was one of the dollars included in the change, and they had spilled coffee like all over it and it smelled so potently of coffee. So I kept it in my wallet because I liked the coffee smell, but then it kind of just like turned into like my Lucky Charm type thing. So now I just keep it in my wallet. I will not spend this $1 bill at all. You can actually see the coffee stain. It's like very faint. It doesn't smell like coffee anymore, but it did for a very long time. I love my wallet. Next up, I have this little Tokidoki like pencil case thing. I got this like a year ago at Daiso. It's so cute. Look at that. So cute. And inside of this, I have some lip products, little travel size perfumes, and then I have a chapstick, or I have 2 chapsticks. I have 2 of just the original chapsticks. One of them is like covered in lipstick, and then one of them is actually like just, you know, clean old chapstick. So I keep both of them because sometimes I put chapstick over my lipstick, and when I do that I use the lipstick covered chapstick, and then when I just need to use chapstick that's not covered in lipstick, I use the regular chapstick. So that's why I have 2 of them. And for the lip products, I basically wear the same thing every single day. So I just keep that in my bag with me all the time. So I use a ColourPop lip liner. Unfortunately, the shade is rubbed off, but it's kind of like a mauvey brownish shade. And then I use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi. And then I use the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Eclair. And then I have 2 travel size perfumes. I have this Daisy by Marc Jacobs one. And then the next one is this little cologne sampler. It's called Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani. My boyfriend actually gave this to me, and I've had this for nearly 2 years. You don't need a lot of it because it's so strong, and I love how cologne smells, so I use it daily. And then I also use like a vanilla scent or like a floral scent over the top of it just so I don't smell like overly, you know, like a man, because I use men's deodorant and then I'm using cologne, you know, that could be like a little overpowering to my nose. So I'll spray like a sweet vanilla scent and it kind of like balances it out. Yeah, I really love how cologne smells. I have a lot of little tester colognes that my boyfriend doesn't use, so whenever I run out of one, I just move on to the next one. Next up, we have my car keys, my house keys. They're all on this red lanyard, which is actually from a college that I didn't even go to. I went to like a high school summer program there, but I never attended college there. But I'm putting their lanyard to good use. And then on my keys, I also have some pepper spray. Yeah, the keys, not much to say. Oh my gosh, the pepper spray kind of reminded me of this very odd interaction I had in the thrift store the other day. This happened like 2.5 weeks ago, I think. I wanted to go thrifting, and I don't usually like to go thrifting by myself. I usually go with my sister and my boyfriend. I honestly don't really like going anywhere by myself because people are so weird. Specifically men. I know not all men, whatever. Dudes are so weird to me in public. They're weird to literally everyone in public because, I don't know, like they can't control themselves, whatever. Sorry, I'm sounding like really mean, but I'm not explaining myself. Anyways, no one can go with me, that's fine. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go. So I was already kind of like on edge because of that, whatever. I didn't let it stop me from going though. So I drive to the first thrift store and I park in the parking lot, and I noticed there's a dude sitting in his car next to me, like on his phone or something, and he had his like leg hanging out the window. He was just chilling. So I get out of my car and I walk in front of his car, and as I'm walking in front of his car, I hear like he said something or whistled, I don't really know. Maybe it wasn't directed at me, I don't know, but I just ignored it and I was just like, whatever, I'm not like entertaining this. So I just like walked into the store, and I'm in the store for maybe like 30 seconds, and this dude comes in, and I'm like constantly like scanning everywhere I am all the time. Like when I'm in public, I'm like looking at everything because I'm like so paranoid about everything. I'm like constantly like looking at the clothes, and I'll look up and just like, you know, scan my surroundings, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think everyone should be aware of their surroundings. Anyways, this dude walks in, and as soon as he gets in there, he just like is staring directly at me, glaring at me, and I was like, okay, whatever. And I didn't know if it was the guy from the car or not because I didn't look at the dude's face that was in the car. So I was just like, whatever. Maybe it's because I have like a big septum. I feel like people look at me because of that. I don't know. So I just like look away, continue to look at the clothes, and he's kind of like walking really slow towards me, and he kind of like walks past the aisle I'm in and then walks ahead of the aisle, and he's like pretending to look at like the coffee cups, and I'm like looking up and down at him, and he's like just staring at me the entire time, and he like doesn't look away when I look at him, and I was like, are you kidding me? So I'm just ignoring it as best as I can. Something in me just was like, this dude is gonna approach me. I know he is. And lo and behold, this guy walks to the aisle in front of me, because the clothing racks are really short, you can see over them. He walks to the aisle in front of me, and he's like, I like how you look, or something like that, or I like how you are. And I was like, oh, thanks, like that's really nice of you. And he just like was like, and then just staring at me. And I have to point this out, this dude was so short, and he was probably like 50 years old. He had to be like a whole 1.5 feet shorter than me. So I'm like looking down at him while he's like saying this to me, and I couldn't understand him because he was talking so quietly. So I kept having to say what, or like, what was that? Because I didn't want to just like instantly write him off in case like he wasn't being creepy. So I just like had to keep engaging in the conversation because I couldn't hear him. So he says what he says, and at first I couldn't hear him. So I said, oh, what was that? And he says it again. He says like, oh, I like how you look, whatever. And so I'm like, oh, thanks. And then I kind of just like cut it off there, and I just like continue to look at the clothes, and he just stands there and he's still staring at me. And then he's like, you have a boyfriend? But he said it really quietly, so I had to say what again, and then he said it again. So he's like, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, yeah, I do. And he's like, oh. And I was like, yeah, I have a boyfriend. And I like held up my phone like to like show that I was like texting him, I don't know. And I just like looked down again and ignored him, and then he's like, are you married? And I was like, not yet, but I have a boyfriend. And he's like, oh, you're not married? And I was like, I have a boyfriend. Like, I have a boyfriend. And he's like, oh, like I really like how your eyes are, or something like that. And I was like, like I was just like having really short answers. And he's still standing in front of me, just like staring at me. And at this point I'm kind of like looking around, like behind me and to the side of me, just to see if there's like anyone around me, like a woman around me, because I was like about to just like walk to some random lady and be like, help me, I don't know. But there wasn't really anybody in the store. It was pretty empty. And I was like, gosh dang it. So I'm just kind of like walking away. Like I just start walking away. And then he kind of like follows me a little bit. He wasn't like following me through the store. He kind of just like trailed alongside me on the other side of the aisle. And then he's like, how much money? And once again, he said it really quietly. So I had to say, what? And he said, how much money? And I was like, are you kidding me? I have a boyfriend. And I was like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I do not want to talk to you anymore. And I just like, I like shooed him off. I was like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, and I like stormed off, and then I got super like red. My ears were like burning because I was mad. I wasn't embarrassed. I was so mad because like what makes you think that like you can ask somebody that? Like, even if I didn't have a boyfriend, that is like so insanely odd to me. I don't know. I got really mad, and then it just like completely ruined my little thrifting excursion. I instantly left the store because I just felt like the guy was gonna follow me through the store. I speed walk out the door. I'm like looking behind me, making sure he's not following me, and I like get in my car and I'm making sure that he doesn't come out of the store. So I wait there like a little bit. He hasn't came out of the store yet, so then I drive away because I'm like, okay, he hasn't came out of the store. I'm looking in my rearview mirror the entire time, making sure he didn't like run out of the store and then get in his car as soon as I drive off, you know? And then I went to the next thrift store because I didn't want it to like ruin it that much for me to where I like stopped thrifting, because I really wanted to thrift. But when I got in my car, I instantly called my boyfriend. And I was like, dude, like I was like, my voice was shaky. I was like about to cry. It made me very upset. And all I could think of is like, when I'm with my boyfriend, this never happens, and that sucks. That like I can only feel like safe if I'm with my boyfriend or another person. Even with my sister though, people approach me and her together and say weird garbage to us. I don't know, it just sucks because it's like, do I have to have like a dude next to me like holding my hand for you to just leave me alone? Like, why is that the way it is? It's very unfortunate, but I will not let it stop me from being independent and doing things by myself. It just made me like think long and hard about that, and it made me very mad. But I went to the next thrift store. It's kind of sketched out in there because I was scared he was gonna walk through the doors anytime, but he didn't. It was chilling there, and then went to the next one and it was fine. But yeah, the pepper spray reminded me of that. Because yeah, I guess I could have pepper sprayed the dude, but it's such like a weird thing, you know? I don't know how to explain it. I feel like maybe I should have just been like mean to him right off the bat, but then I was scared that he was gonna do something to me if I was mean to him, you know? It's like, you know what I mean? If you've dealt with it, you know what I mean. It's like, should I be mean or should I just be nice and just deal with them being super weird to me? Whatever. It's a very unfortunate circumstance, but I know who I am as a person. I know myself, and I just know I'm better than the people who act like this. Anyways, next thing in my bag, I have my little smiley face pouch that I actually recently thrifted. I showed it in my last video. I love this thing. It makes me super happy, and I've put it to good use. I think in my last video I said I didn't know what I was going to use it for, but it belongs in my bag now. And inside of it I carry like my emergency little kit, I guess you could call it. I have a pad. I would have tampons in here, but I'm scared of tampons, so I don't use them. By the way, I use the Winco brand pads. These are the best pads I've ever used. They're better than Always, they're better than Kotex and whatever other pads there are. They're very affordable and they work so well. And they don't have that like weird netting that some pads have. I feel like some pads have like a net layer on top and then it has like the absorbency garbage in it. And sometimes that net thing, it just gets like, I don't know how to explain it. It gets like slimy almost. Or maybe that's just me, I don't know. But these, it's like literally, if somehow they feel like dry constantly. I don't know. They work so well. This is actually a size smaller than what I usually use. I bought the wrong size. I usually use the nighttime one, which is like the super long one that goes all the way up to the top of your butt crack. Love those things. So if you want affordable pads that don't feel absolutely disgusting, I suggest Winco brand pads. I also carry some Band-Aids in this little pouch, 7 Band-Aids to be exact. I also have my lactase pill, which is for people who are lactose intolerant or who don't digest milk very well. I'm not lactose intolerant, I'm lactase deficient. So like I can eat lactose up to a certain amount. Like I can eat cheese and like chocolate and stuff like that and I'm pretty much fine, but I can't just like drink a straight up glass of milk. Like that will destroy me. I like lack the lactase enzyme. I have some of it, but not a lot of it, if that makes sense. That's what my doctor told me at least. So I'm not fully lactose intolerant, just partially, I guess. And then I also have this Swiss Army knife in this little bag. My brother gave this to me for my birthday like 2 years ago or something. And then I have a good old pen. There has been so many times recently that I've needed a pen and I don't have one. So finally put a pen in my little emergency smiley face bag, and now I have a pen and I will be prepared for when I need a pen in certain circumstances. Oh wow, we went through this really fast, you guys. As soon as I reached the last item in my bag, my camera died. But The cool thing about this old camera is that I can charge it and record at the same time. My Canon one, I can't do that. I have to like take the battery out completely and charge it separately. This thing, I can keep the battery in and then plug it in externally to charge. And now I'm recording 2 seconds after it died. Isn't that cool? Anyways, the last thing that I keep in my bag is a snack. This one is a sweet and salty peanut chewy granola bar by Sunbelt Bakery. A very good granola bar. I always try to have a snack with me, and it's usually a granola bar, Ritz crackers, or like a banana, or those like Go-Go Squeeze applesauce packs for like babies. But I try to keep a snack that like I know isn't gonna hurt my stomach. Honestly, I think everybody should carry some form of snack in their bag with them, just to be prepared, you know? Because what if you're gone longer than you anticipated and you don't have access to food and you're like starving and you like get faint and dizzy because of it? But wait, you have a snack in your bag, so you can just eat the snack in your bag and that'll hold you over until you can have a meal. Or once again with the stranded thing, what if you get stranded and lost and you're out in the wilderness for more than a few hours? You're gonna need food to survive, you know? I don't know how much a pack of Ritz crackers is gonna do, but you know, it'll do something, okay? My point is, it's just good to be prepared. Well, you guys, that's everything that's in my bag. Sometimes I feel like I don't have enough in my bag, but then I like look over everything and realize that I have everything I need. But I feel like watching all these what's in my bag videos is making me like feel left out in a way, because I'm like, I don't have that or that, but I also don't need either of those things, so like why do I feel like left out from it? Maybe it's like aesthetic purposes, because like a lot of people carry like journals with them and stuff, and like cameras, and their journals are all decorated all cute, or they have like super cute Altoid tins with like their blunts and stuff in them. I don't smoke, so like why would I carry that, you know? Or they have super cute lighters, and I'm just like, man, but it's like, you would not use that stuff, so get over yourself. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could put like a journal in my bag and just role play that I write in a journal, which I don't do. I've tried, I can't get myself to do it. I don't know, whenever I write in journals, I feel like I'm being so fake and like I'm performing for, I guess, myself, because no one's reading these things, so why do I feel like I have to write everything in like poem form, or I have to be super eloquent and well worded when that's just not how I am? I mean, you can hear how I'm talking in this video. I sound, you know, like I have a very small vocabulary sometimes. So that's just how I talk. I don't know. This video kind of went by faster than I thought it would. I wanted it to be like a little longer. I feel like there's not enough substance in it, but I think that's just because I'm used to making such long videos. Like every single video I make is like 40+ minutes long. But not every video needs to be that long, okay? I'm telling that to myself, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna put everything back in its rightful spot. So cute. She's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's like literally one of my most favorite bags I've ever owned. Maybe I should show you guys some of my other bags. I'll do that, okay? BRB. Here they are. These aren't all my bags, these are just some of my favorites. I have this little zebra print fuzzy bag that my little sister got me for Christmas 2 years ago, I think. She thrifted it, but it's actually from Urban Outfitters. Next up is this floral corduroy bag that I thrifted, but I think it's handmade. It's really cute. It has these two different floral patterns on it, very grandma couch vibes. And it has little pockets on the side that can hold like a water bottle or something. And then next I have this little sparrow or swallow bag that I got off eBay for like $15 or something. It was really cheap. It's super cute. It has like little tattoo prints all over it. Then I have this plaid bag that I actually made. It's made from an old shirt. An old shirt and a pair of plaid pants that I cut to make the straps. I added these little buckles on the side to like cinch it in as well. Then we have my camo bag from my last What's in My Bag video. She's beautiful. I thrifted this and I think it's by the brand Payless. Next up is another thrifted bag. This is by the brand Chateau. It's this tan one with this patchwork flower in the corner. And then it has like fabric wrapped around the handles. And then last one is a bag I thrifted in the same video that I thrifted my current bag. It's this polka dot one. And then it has like brown little details, which I think is cute. And it's huge, so that's a plus. It's massive. And this is by the brand Retro Metro by 31. Well, you guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything in my bag, and I hope you enjoyed all the stories that came along with each item. And maybe it offered you some insight as to why I am the way I am. But I have improved a drastic amount since my last What's in My Bag video pertaining to like my anxiety and OCD and all that kind of stuff. It might not seem like it, but I have, okay? I have. I'm gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to get notified every single time I upload. I don't have a schedule, so I post whenever. So hit that bell so you can be the first to like and comment, because that's just the vibe. I hope you guys have a good day, night, morning, whatever time it is where you live. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.